So my name's Pete Shambrook and I'm 53 years old. I'm married, I have 3 kids, all my kids are grown, and I'm a pastor. I pastor a church up in Orange. So I've been doing CrossFit for about 5.5 years. I started when we were doing it at the underground. I usually come anywhere from 3 to 4 days depending on my schedule during the week, but at least 3 days a week because I find that 2 days doesn't do it. I've got to get to 3 days, at least 3 days to be able to kind of have an impact. I describe CrossFit as intense. I think I'd say in the beginning of it, it's going to be kind of discouraging, but once you get into the flow of things, it just changes your life in so many ways. It allows you to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do, and so just be patient. I think results come slowly, but once they start coming, because you measure everything, like mentally it just gets you going. You see the improvements, and it's a lot of fun. I love to surf. I don't get out in the water as much as I used to, but the hardest thing about surfing isn't necessarily just getting up on the board, it's actually paddling. That's what people have a hard time with. And CrossFit allows me to get in the water whenever I want, even if I've had 6 months off. I don't have an issue at all as far as paddling goes. I get back out through the sets, and the recovery time is quick. I went for a surf with a mate of mine a few weeks ago, and he was just struggling. he hadn't been in the water in I think a month, and I was just able to, it just wasn't an issue for me. I read an interview a few years ago on Heisman, and they were asking him how he keeps so fit. He was talking about 3 things. He said strength, flexibility, and endurance. And those 3 things in particular, things that I've seen a massive difference in since I've been doing CrossFit. Even when you talk about, so he was talking about flexibility, and he said flexibility isn't just stretching. Flexibility is using your muscles to the full range of their movement. And I remember hearing that and going, gosh, that's so true, it's so CrossFit, CrossFit Tustin, to be honest, is I think one of the friendliest boxes, is what I've heard. And it's fun actually getting to welcome people here. So when you go somewhere for the first time, it's just awkward, and I think it's fun. People walk in the door here, and people say good day to them, and introduce themselves, and I think it's a really friendly box. And I've heard stories from other boxes where it's super hyper competitive, it just doesn't have that friendly kind of atmosphere. That's one of the things I love about Tustin.